Ey, Cristo me mandó a servir, por eso tengo corazón de siervo. En el mundo espiritual los movimientos siempre los observo. Acciono porque sigo al verbo y me dio la visión y nadie me la quita aunque críe 100 cuervos. No me van a sacar los ojos si los mantengo en el Padre, porque escrito está que los ciegos recobran vista. No me van a sacar de encima los ojos porque yo hago esto para el Padre y no para que mis temas cojan vista. Viste como tú sé las mismas 3 palabras, 2 metáforas, un verso, 0 contenido explícito, 0 contenido hablando vago, un mensaje de Cristo. 2000 años atrás murió y en 3 días resucitó. Padre, al que le pido perdón para que mi salvación cuadre. Dijo, oro en su nombre pues la palabra lo dijo. Espíritu Santo, gracias por ser el regalo más grande del Padre, pues si no fuera por ti jamás levanto de mi llanto.
Y cuando yo pude estar viviendo en la misma celda, en la misma unidad con el que mató a mi hermano, y poder perdonarlo, y poder sentir amor, y poder sentir gozo de hablar con él, de ver, solamente esas experiencias así son las que realmente me muestran a mí mismo y le pueden mostrar a otros que realmente hay un Dios que transforma.
¿De qué vale no perdonar, soltar esa carga que tienes si mañana muere? Suelta eso ready. Tuve que soltar las cargas que tenía en mi corazón heavy antes que Dios dijera que estoy espiritual ready. La ley me estaba llevando a la muerte, pero el reino me gobernó el mundo y antes que Dios dijera que estoy espiritual ready. La hija Jairo solo descansaba cuando todos la daban por muerta. La persigón en banca no la dejé en la banca. Un carro sin gasolina nunca arranca y los pecados no tienen categoría. Ya pa' jugar en la fornicación igual que la mentira blanca. Padre, al que le pido perdón para que mi salvación cuadre. Hijo, oro en su nombre pues la palabra lo dijo. Espíritu Santo, gracias por ser el regalo más grande del Padre, pues si no fuera por ti jamás levanto de mi llanto.
BlackMarket.tv.
Oh, mira.
Share, like, subscribe. It's Tuesday. What's up? How you doing, Solo?
What's goody, son?
We a little late, bro.
Who cares, bro?
Real Puerto Rican of us.
Yo, it is what it is, son. We never late, but we late today. That's how life works. But we here. Live and direct, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all waiting on the side for us, you know what I mean? And if you're not waiting, you're in trouble. You better tune in now. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Get the Roku app. You know what I'm saying? Shorty over here tripping. You know what I mean? She ain't get no attention all day. So today, she wants, you know what I mean? I got to give her some attention. But I'm also displaying the little cutie Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? We hitting the streets pretty soon. Kingdom Kennels. You heard?
Yeah. Yeah, you've had that logo popped up for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, we started. You know what I mean? I can never keep nothing in the chamber, son.
No,
you know
what I'm saying? Like, let it all out.
The boy's been ready. You know what I'm saying? But the girl, she next month she ready to rock.
Okay.
About to start producing some dope Frenchies. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the market, not banging people over the head for 10, 20,000. We're gonna keep it for the low ski. You know what I mean? Okay. They from Texas. This one's a blue fawn. We got a lilac Merle and they fluffy carriers.
Fluffy carriers.
So if you look up fluffy Frenchies, they going from between 8 and 20,000 a piece.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But of course we ain't gonna go that high up. You know what I mean? We're businessmen. We can work it out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
That's it, man.
Chill. You know where I went this last week?
Where were you at, son?
And Sandra took an ass to the Orlando Salsa Festival.
Y'all, I heard that was fire, son.
It was fire.
I heard that was pretty dope.
It was pretty dope, bro. It was pretty fire.
Okay, so That's a lot of acts, B.
Yeah, it was. And the funny part is they rushed through them. So that one was, they had a Gran Combo, which is one of the main reasons I went. Let me pull it up here. Salsa Festival. Just so I can remember, because
No, there's a lot of acts.
It's that type of day, and I didn't want to forget nobody. So it was Willie Colon, El Gran Combo, Jerry Rivera, India, Rey Ruiz, Fruco y sus Tesos, Tony Vega, Los Adolescentes, Oro Solido, and then they also added on Victor Manuel.
Victor Manuel, that's what I was about to say.
He was the last act of the night, bro, and he was fire, bro.
He was the last act of the night?
Yeah, he was the last act of the night.
Who was the first act?
I think that was the Oro Solido.
Oro Solido was the first? Damn, son.
Because the last three acts, the main headliners really were a Gran Combo, Willie Colon, and then Victor Manuel. So those were the three headliners.
Who was your best? Who was a favorite that you like?
For me, personally, was Willie Colon, because he's a musician. And at heart, I'm a musician. You feel me?
Have you seen any of them before?
I had seen Jerry Rivera.
Okay.
I had seen no, nobody else.
Wow.
That was the first for all of them. Yeah.
Wow, that's major.
Oh no, a Gran Combo I had seen at Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I was about to say I could have swore you told me you've seen Gran Combo.
Yeah,
before.
Gran Combo I've seen at Busch Gardens. Mentira.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't think it's probably way different.
It was way different. The vibe was different. So this was at the Amway Center. You were like in a room, great sound system, built for that, had the screens going. And you know me, I'm peeping game. I'm looking at all the cameras they using. People, I was like, oh, they got a slight delay in the screens. You know,
my man was on work on the day off. He was at work, son.
I mean, you know me. Yeah, I'm always like that. I'm always observing shit.
I feel you.
So, but yeah, it was dope, bro. It was a dope presentation. I had dope seats. We literally, so you know how at the Amway Center they break it up into there's like three.
Amway Center, this one in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Where the Magic play. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 3 sections, and then there's like 2. They break those up into 3. So there's like 6 sections in the front.
Okay.
So we were one of the first ones in the front. We were like a few rows back, like I'd say like
on 6. The floor.
Yeah, on the floor, like right by the band, bro. Yeah. So it was fire.
That's major. That's definitely hard. You was front and center there.
Yeah. And then we had like our own little bar area for the people that were on the floor. They had their own bar and their own bathroom area. So that shit was fire.
Them tickets got to be lit then, son. You must have paid
Crazy part. They were not cheap. But they weren't super expensive either for what it was.
Okay.
That's the crazy part. So it's funny. I told V, shout out Bricks and Bang, by the way. Shout out Bricks.
Shout out to Bricks.
Listen, we almost lost our brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know if you talked to him, but much love out to Bricks and much love out to V. I think she saved his life.
Yeah. I didn't know that, so.
Yeah, but yeah, so I told her about the concert and she said, you lost me when you said India. So Bricks was laughing at her like, oh, you're still stuck on that. So apparently, but here's the story. So then she told me her story. Okay. She was a teenager in Chicago.
Okay.
And India was coming to Humboldt Park to do a show.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I was a teenager. I worked my ass off. I saved up money. I got India tickets. Went over there. And she did a few songs, and then they shut the whole thing down. Just because she didn't want to. Fuck India. I was like, you know what, though? At that time, India was big. I was like, I feel you. I got you.
Well, I went through this. I went through this similar thing with Jerry Rivera. Growing up, Jerry Rivera was my favorite salsa artist. I literally could rehearse record by record, album by album, like his music.
He was in the mirror like, su cara de niña.
Everything, son. Pick a record, son. And I not to say that I don't know it now, because to this day I'll listen to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back then it was heavy. Even my brother, as a young kid, we moved from Puerto Rico when he was 6. And I played it so much that when we moved here, he knew all the records with me at the age of 6. You know what I'm saying? So I had Jelly Redder was on replay heavy in my tape deck.
That's crazy.
And when I got to see him live and I had the opportunity to meet him, he was so disrespectful and nasty. You know what I'm saying? That it kind of like, not that I stopped listening to his music, but I always remembered that time, like, yo, you played me, son. Like, you broke my heart, fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you understand where V's coming from. So
I totally understand.
Yeah. I was like, I had to give you that one.
The music was so fire. I never discontinued his music.
Yeah. I
just always told people, yo, just make sure you don't meet the nigga because he is a nasty person. He was rude. He's rude. Today, I don't know. Maybe he changed. He's getting older. But younger, my man was on he was on a high horse for real, son. I used to listen to him and Juan Luis Guerra. Those were my two.
Okay.
My two, you know what I mean, tops. As far as like band goes, and Gran Compo was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much it was a Gran Combo. Autosonic I used to listen to, a lot, but Gran Combo was one of my main ones growing up in Puerto Rico.
Grupo Nietzsche was dope too.
Grupo Nietzsche is another one. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of them, but those two were my main. I guess because I though that's the type of palette that I enjoy, that type of romantic salsa and you know what I mean? I'm a smooth dude. So,
yeah. He said I'm a smooth dude. I'm real romantic, real teddy bear like. Oh snap! So who were your top 3? So those were your top salsa acts?
Those it was Jerry Rivera, Juan Luis Guerra, which I believe he's Dominican, and Cuban was Willie Chirino.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy listening to Willie Chirino. Media Negra was my joint, son.
Okay.
Media Negra was my joint. Willie Chirino, Juan Luis Guerra, Burbuja de Amor was one of my joints. But all the Jerry Rivera records, you know what I'm saying? But I used to listen to Oscar de Leon, Rey Ruiz, Willie Colon, you know what I'm saying? Victor Manuel. I used to listen to all that, son. And then I got introduced to bachata. But I'm not really a heavy bachata head. I strictly stick to Romeo Santos and what's the other younger kid? Romeo Santos and I don't know. I can't remember off it, but I don't go too far deep, and they be crying too much for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do enjoy Romeo Santos. Actually, when I got divorced, don't ever go through a divorce or a breakup and listen to Romeo Santos right away, because he's gonna make you feel like he stole your girl, son. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make you feel like he stole your girl, and when you see him, you're gonna want to punch him in the face for no reason, son. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro.
The only thing I like about bachata is how it thumps on the speakers. That's what draws me to bachata. Otherwise, I'm not really a bachata fan, but I do like how it thumps on the speakers.
I'm not like I said, my palette in bachata is very, very small. I got my certain joints. You know what I'm saying? Like the one with Romeo Santos and Drake, that was hard. You know what I mean? Romeo Santos and Ozuna, but that I don't go too deep in. I'll be going into a Dominican restaurant over here to get some Latin food. And they be going deep. And I'm like, y'all too deep for me, son. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, them Dominicans go deep into bachata.
Oh, yeah. They love that shit.
It's almost like borderline country music.
Yeah. I guess you can see it that way, right?
When it comes to, like, from the heart, like, you know what I mean? Like, pouring your heart. Yeah, bro. They deep, son. They deep.
Cortavena.
Yeah, all the way. All the way, son. All the way.
Shit. What was your favorite 90s reggaeton artist?
We talking 90s, so we talking
because we were slanging some takes back then.
Yeah,
Pedro was sounding like a few like one of them.
Yeah, like well, 90s it was I think it was more like a collective, so kind of like Looney Tunes, Playero. That's what really got me in. I listened to a lot of Tempo, My top was Baby Rasta Gringo. I never really liked Liton Polaco like that. Baby Rasta Gringo was like one of my top ones. We See Yandel. I used to listen to a lot of Tempo because he was like hard body hip hop.
Yeah.
And what's this dude that died? He died in Mexico. And Mexicano. Like Mexicano was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was mine. Is my top 3 are Tempo, Tego, and then Mexicano.
Yeah, Tego too. And believe it or not, I never was a Daddy Yankee fan. So
I like Daddy Yankee pre-Gasolina.
Yeah, okay, we can say that.
I like Daddy Yankee pre-Gasolina. When he was running around with a Mexicano, I like Daddy Yankee.
Yes.
Once he did Gasolina, I was like, "What are we doing, bro?"
Yeah, no, he went Hollywood after that. After that, he just started remixing English songs. Yeah. I remember when Wu-Tang destroyed a Playero, or was it a Playero record? A Playero tape on stage because they were trying to mimic him.
Oh yeah, we're mad.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were my top. Baby Late Gringo off rip. I got a chance to watch in Orlando. At a nightclub, I can't remember who I went, but it was Baby Late Gringo, Tempo, Mexicano, Chesina.
Yeah, Chesina was dope too. That was another one.
But that nigga was a heavy cokehead, son.
My man retarded, but he was dope.
He was a straight cokehead. My man would stop midpoint of the show to go backstage and do a couple lines and come back lit, son. Smack.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I enjoyed the Looney Tunes. I enjoyed the Playero. I enjoyed the D-Noise. You know what I'm saying? The D-Noise was fire. You know what I mean? And now, of course, it's just oversaturated.
Jennifer Collazo used to bring back reggaeton taste, and we used to dupe them.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And
shout out Fefi's sister.
Yeah, and now what I do like is now they do something called Freestyle Mania, which is Freestyle Mania. And you have all these young cats that go up. And that's pretty much how most of them got exposure nowadays. But there's some dope artists. There's even some dope Christian artists that are dope. Like that one cat at the beginning of the podcast that you played. He got some dope records. He just don't got no videos to him.
Borrero. So
that's his name? Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, he got some dope records. He just don't have no videos to them. And I wish he would, because the records that I hear are dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. Like how do you feel about these artists being older now and they still touring?
I think that's dope. I think music is timeless, and if you can continue to tour, you open a lane to an older. I mean, let's be real. There's an older audience there. You just have to sell them on the tickets.
But does it get tiring if they do it? Let's say they do it kind of like freestyle music, right? Freestyle music comes to the Amalie Arena 4 or 5 times a year.
Right.
Same people, Stevie B, Diamond Girl, you know what I'm saying?
The shows that I like combine their old music with more contemporary pieces, if that makes any sense. Like the shows that I've gone to that have been like, yo, that's dope, is when they've done stuff like that. Like I think that if freestyle concerts are going to continue coming to Central Florida, start mixing it up. Find an artist that remixed one of your songs and bring them onto the concert or the tour. You know what I'm saying? Blend it so you have the number one, a larger audience, because now you're hitting all, but you're also showing you're bridging the gap. You know what I mean? And it's entertaining, because it is dope to see how music that was made then has now influenced music today.
Makes total sense.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I don't know shit.
No, that makes total sense. I mean, like I watched a few like Pretty Ricky, man. They all on stage with no socks on. I mean, with no shoes on. They trying to make the same moves they did back in the 90s. Wasn't working.
Right.
I watched New Edition. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like some of them are just not making. I guess they doing it because they need the bread.
Yeah.
They're not making themselves look good. Like kind of like Nas, for example, or Wu-Tang. We don't get tired of that.
Right.
I mean, they come around, once a year or whatever. Obviously, they come individually, but once a year they'll come as a group, as a whole. And Nas's performances are always dope. And artists like that, you know what I'm saying, that are able to come out and always perform the new stuff, the old stuff, and bridge that gap like you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But growing up as a Duck Down fan, as an OGC fan, you know what I'm saying? Like those were the type of shows I would look forward to. So
yeah. Shout out, I don't know how to say this name, so if I say it wrong, it's HMIMZO. Mimzo, I guess. He said hello. Shout out.
Hello.
If that's how he say it. Mimzo.
Hello, Minzo.
What are we talking about right now? Currently, we are talking about music and and older artists doing tours. Still, that's what we're currently talking about. Yeah. But yeah, I think if they mix it up, bro. I think if they mix it up, we should be. It would be more entertaining for that point.
That's a fact.
Now, to this guy's point here, let's get to some topics here. You sent me some video. What was that video? The TikTok video.
TikTok video was a new how do you call it now? Unity gender. What do you call that? Pretty much a bathroom for male and female.
All gender bathroom.
All gender bathroom in the airport. And I just wanted to get your take on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel comfortable being in a restroom with a female?
A public restroom? No, not really.
Do you feel comfortable? We're gonna talk like if we had kids, babies, kids, 6, 7 years old. Do you feel comfortable walking into a dual gender bathroom?
No, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, I'm assuming they should have actual gender bathrooms as well, right? They're just adding some all gender bathroom maybe in there. Because to me, that sounds like a family bathroom is what that used to be. Maybe they just
and that was my. I was like, yo, maybe they should just do a couple family bathrooms and call it what it is. But now we're talking about you can walk in the bathroom and you got a female and a male. The reason why I sent this version of TikTok because the actual narrator is pretty funny the way she narrates it.
Okay. Well, let's
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't get to watch it yet. I didn't watch it.
It made me laugh the way she narrated it. You know what I mean? It made it more entertaining when I watched it.
More entertaining.
Yes,
I haven't seen it yet, so let's watch it. Let's see what they talk about.
Run it.
Hold on. Where is? Sorry, guys. Let's do this again. Hold on.
Okay, this is my first all-gender bathroom. 31 stalls available. Anybody can go anywhere. That's a man. Okay. This is happening. Have you ever been in an all-gender restroom? This your first one? This is my first one, especially in the airport.
Yeah.
I said, what? What?
It's different.
What about you? All-gender. You ever been in an all-gender?
This is my first time. I was kind of thrown off.
You was kind of thrown off?
I'm like,
I don't know, but you was walking fast. You enjoyed it. It is
either side.
Either side. Okay, Okay, ladies, it's happening. Did y'all know this was all gender?
Yeah. We're doing makeup in an all gender.
This is my first time. I'm like,
hey, I stopped. And
Me
I
too.
was like, am I going the right
no, I did like this. That's okay. I know that's a girl. That's a boy. And I'm okay with whatever, but you just threw this on us.
It's
progressive here, though.
yeah.
And then you doing your makeup and a man in there pissing.
There's like man walking by.
And you cute though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, but the doors are sealed completely, so that's a good thing since we got all gender. So can't nobody creep in and see that through them doors.
Oh, they don't got it.
The man went in that one. That's the thing. Oh, you said obviously a man went in that one. Oh, there go a man, y'all. Okay. Hey, sir, in the all gender bathroom.
Jesus.
Okay, this is my first all gender.
She wild. She made that shit awkward.
She was like, you doing your makeup and you got a man pissing right behind you. Son.
That's hilarious.
That had me die, son.
Well, I guess that's one benefit of all gender bathrooms, the comedy that comes with it.
I'm assuming so. Yeah, I mean, the doors look pretty sealed. You know what I'm saying?
It does look different than what I thought, right? So it kind of looks like you're still like in a hallway, even when you're in the bathroom. So
Right.
It looks like the sinks feel like they're more of a hallway, and then the bathrooms are more like private cubbies with a little bit more of a seal, so nobody can see you.
I just thought it was funny, saying the way she narrated it.
Yo, she was hilarious.
Yeah.
She's like, "Hello, sir," in an all-gender bathroom. I was like, he didn't even look back. He was trying to run faster.
Yeah.
Yo, that's wild.
I guess when people think of that, they think of they probably they get thrown off a little bit because they probably think of like, I'm gonna see a bunch of transgenders, or I'm gonna see a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third, and not actually think it's just male or female. Everybody go about their business.
Yeah, it just seems like the sinks are more of a hallway now, as opposed to you're in the bathroom. I mean, you're in the bathroom, but it just looks more, everything's more private. So, I mean, I guess when it comes to your kids, you're basically going to walk in there with them, right? And they're just going to go to their private cubby. It's not like somebody's going to go in there with them. Right.
And and from what I've seen, there's like no, I don't know. You get locked in there, bro. I don't know how you gonna get out.
Yeah. It's a lot less awkward than I thought it would be, though. I didn't watch the video beforehand, so like seeing it now, I'm like, oh, okay.
She didn't make it awkward, son.
She was hilarious, bro.
She kind of made sure she had a conversation with everybody up in there.
It seemed like the ladies were a little bit more, the guys were more uptight with her than the ladies were. The ladies thought it was funny. They were like, nah, this is the first time.
That's a fact. That was funny, B.
Oh, snap, bro.
You know what I mean? I did come across, I couldn't find the video, but I did come across this story of, I don't know if the kid's name is John Corey or something like that. So this is how it went, right? So at the age of 3, mom and dad separated. Mm-hmm. They have a 3-year-old. Mom is starting the process of transgendering this child into a female. Dad opposes it.
How old is this child?
Now the child's 10.
10?
10. Oh. But they started the process at 3 or 4.
Whoa.
To where he took it all the way to I don't think he took it to the courts, but they made it on CNN and everything.
3 or 4. What's his name?
And she literally picked up and took him to Texas without his permission. So, does she have the right to do that? Some people say yes, because she was the child was living with her, not with him. Some say no, because he is the dad and should have his rights at the age of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the dad has rights regardless, right? If that's his, I'm very much for father's rights for obvious reasons, right?
Right.
So I feel like the dad has rights regardless. So like, if you're gonna move my child, like, it doesn't really matter what the situation was with the child. That's my child. You can't just dip out to another state and just bounce. It's not gonna work. Right. Because that's now imposing on that relationship. You want to do that shit after the kids are grown. Like, chill out. You know what I mean? Or unless there's a really good reason, or unless there's, you know, an agreement made there, or maybe, you know, we both dip. Now my kids are grown. It's not an issue, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But I just don't feel like I didn't do that to baby mama, and I had custody of mine. I didn't just move to another state.
Yeah.
And that had been discussions plenty of times, and I didn't do it because I didn't feel it was right.
Right.
Feel me?
Well, that makes sense. You know what I mean? It was just a crazy story. Like, you know what I mean? It had dad tripping. And he had to, I guess, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't. I don't know if he fought in the courts. I'm sure he would have had some.
You know?
Oh, man.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, John, boy who gender 10. Against the past 3 years, legal change. Sex change for 4-year-old. Home celebrate child gender.
So did they both? So did they both agree to do this at 3 years old?
Nah, he wasn't for it at all, son. He didn't want nothing to do with it, and she.
At 3 years old, that's like a baby. How?
Yeah, that's you know what I mean. That's yeah, bro. That was pretty much what the situation was. I think. See, now a bunch of them are popping up. I seen the video today, and I should have saved it.
Yeah, when you see those videos, bro, just save them or send them. So that way I can just I can pop them up when we pop up on these lives and shit.
Yeah, I can't find it. We probably gonna have to bring it back up next week when I find it. Wait, that films.
It's already old news. It's already old news by next week, bro.
Well,
it's already old news, B.
Wait, what do we do, son? You know what I mean? You know I'm slippy blippy like that, son.
Yo, you seen the migrant crisis going on?
The what?
The migrant crisis, bro.
The migrant
crisis, bro. Like migrants in New York needing places to stay.
I think I seen a bunch of migrants in the Chicago police station sleeping on the floors, huh?
Bro, yeah, all over the country is like getting kind of crazy.
So they letting them in the country and they ain't got nowhere to stay.
But see, they're giving them place to stay. They're giving them resources. They're trying to get them situated. But it's like, even when I went to New York for the Wild Style anniversary, John, the hotels were all booked up. But they weren't booked up because they were booked. They were booked because they were serving as housing for the people coming over the border and being shipped to New York.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So it's kind of like taking over everything, and they like the kids started school recently. I think like last week or something like that. But what really was crazy to me is then I read another article that said some Tampa Bay fall festivals were canceled due to labor migrant worker shortage. How we got all these migrants, but there's a worker shortage?
Oh, snap.
Like, if you're trying to give them resources, what's good, bro? Like, give them a job.
Facts. I'm sure they want to work. Man.
Bring them back to Florida.
I'm sure they want to work, son.
Yeah, there's a few fall festivals. They said, where is it? It's just crazy to me. Like how people manage stuff. I try to figure it out from like a business sense. Like if you're a country. And you like the politicians are supposed to be kind of like the managers, right? Mm-hmm. And the states are like the different pieces or extensions of the big corporation. Well, then you guys are the managers, bro. Wow. How we got all these people and we're stuffing them in the cities, right?
Right.
But then there's work, like right here. What's good?
Is that a Biden doing?
No, I don't think. I think that's a both sides of the fence doing. That's because you got to remember DeSantis was shipping people out just
correct
unexpectedly to New York, just because that's what we're gonna do to be petty, right? But at the same token, the other side is being additionally petty by just going, oh yeah, well we'll figure this out. Well, no, don't figure this out. Like work with the other side and go, okay, well you ship them over to us. What's the problem? Let's talk about the problem. Let's figure out a solution. And we got all these people now, so now we got to figure this shit out. It's like there's no level heads. So I think it's a both sides of the equation thing. I could be wrong. I don't run the government. I'm not a politician. I'm just out here on the podcast on Tuesdays talking shit. So.
That's all we do, man. That's all we can do, son. Yeah.
That's all I could do. Yeah. But yeah, that shit's crazy. In the meantime, talking about work, I read another article that I thought was interesting, for obvious reasons. Psychedelic mushrooms and quiet quitting. Psilocybin use is tied to working fewer overtime hours. Apparently, people are doing shrooms and deciding, why the fuck am I working my life away? And why am I working overtime?
Are they deciding this while they're on shrooms?
No, but they're saying it's because people are taking them, and in taking them, it's just giving them these epiphanies of life, and their state of mind is different. They don't feel the pressure or the anxiety as much, so they're kind of like, why am I doing this? So I'm going to work less overtime hours. I don't need to make that much money. I'm good. I'll be fine.
Come on. I mean, I always said, you know what I'm saying, like working everything, and I get it. Some people hustle and work all their lives to then become old and not enjoy none of it.
Yeah, you know, I've had to come to that reality in the last few years. Like because you know me, I work day and night. I'm always working.
Right.
But like, there's been times lately, like in the last few years, where I've just been like, yo, I gotta live life too. Like, so I'll like do something that's like, I force myself to like pause everything, and I'm just gonna fucking live for a minute. Let me breathe. If I don't, I go crazy.
Is there that is automatic. You know what I'm saying? You take time out, go on vacation or whatever. Right. Is there a specific day during the week or a specific time of a day during the week? Let's say like half a day, or I'm not gonna work on Saturday past 3 o'clock because I just want to relax for the rest of the day. Do you think about that weekly? Do you apply that weekly, or is just you work until you go away on vacation?
No, I have certain pockets in my week that are like for specific things. So I know I know my Friday nights after I finish working, which is close to around like 10 p.m. or some shit like that, right? I pretty much try to focus in on either artistic projects or like music shit or something like that, you know? Like my head goes into that space.
So you focus on things that you love doing and not has to be work related. Because I mean, you do a lot, but some of the things that you do might be work related, but it's also something you enjoy doing, so you don't see it as work related.
It's not that so much. You're kind of there. So most of what I do on a day-to-day is very technical. Okay. Or there's a lot of conversation because there's meetings and there's client calls and consults and right. You know, so everything's very technical, or it's, you know, having to be in a certain tone all day, right? But creating for the sake of creating is me expressing. It's my vent. It's my and it's not just that. It's kind of like how I talk to myself. So when I listen back to the stuff that I do, or I look at the stuff that I do, it's almost like me getting to know myself. So I feel like it's my check-in.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Like one thing I noticed when I went to the studio is I looked at the mirror in the closet, and I see that you have either questions up there, or you have you would have a something and then a solution to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's interesting. You know what I mean? How you would bring up something like that you can physically, because I've noticed in the past couple years that, you know what I mean, writing things down and physically seeing it is different than bringing it in your mind and then it disappears from your mind and you really can't process it.
Yeah.
So how, you know, like, take me through a thought of something that you would write on that mirror that would either get you for the month, or it's something that you focus on for the rest of the year, or a specific project.
Well, like the mirror here, so there's a few parts to it. Right. All right, so I'll run you through this. So this is my thought process. I let you peek in the closet here for a second. So that mirror, there's a space there where I can pace back and forth.
Okay.
And there came moments where I was pacing the room like crazy, just trying to like figure out shit. I had something be loading, I have something uploading or something like that, and I'd be trying to like figure out how I'm gonna do the next task or whatever project. So it was a perfect place for me to just stop and go, let me talk to myself, and then like map everything out. So that specific spot is like creative projects that just take more thought or like I want to do long-term shit, I map my shit out there. If it's my room, then it's like thoughts that I write. You know how I used to write the El Pres gems all the time?
Yeah.
Well, I write myself shit, and then I'll post that shit up like in the bathroom, in my bedroom, and I'll swap them out every once in a while. But it's just something that, like, for this moment, for this season, my head's got to be here.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
no, it makes total sense.
So I feel like but I separate the spaces because I feel like when I go to my room, I'm trying to learn how to separate my work, my art, from my just decompress, relax, chill, cuddles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Chill with the kids shit. So I'm trying to balance everything. Shit's difficult though. Sometimes I work a lot,
I bet, son.
I be having tunnel vision.
Sometimes you gotta have tunnel vision, son. If you don't have tunnel vision, I'm telling you, you drive yourself crazy if you don't get in that tunnel and just focus and ignore everything around you. You know what I'm saying? Like the mornings is good for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll do my school drop offs and pickups, but somewhere between like 8:30 and 11 o'clock, I literally take time for myself, whether I do my daily devotionals, whether I watch certain things that interest me and I'm trying to learn more. I'm starting to lately be more of a note taker. You know what I'm saying? Because before I would watch something and be like, oh, that's dope, and then not realize months later that I already watched it and I rewatch it. I'm learning how to take notes and being able to go back on those notes and say, that's dope. Like I've been including reading, but now I include it even more. You know what I'm saying? So I daily devotional, read the Bible, study a little bit, and then I'll go on something on YouTube that's kind of like that goes deeper into what I believe in or deeper into somebody else's beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Like lately I've been studying a lot more about the Muslim religion, and how they think and their thought process about it, and then I read a chapter or two sometimes, or sometimes when I go pick up the girls from school, I force myself to get in that school line maybe an hour early, and they be like, yo, you tripping, why you here an hour early? Because it's literally my peace time that I could be in my car and be able to read and focus, and there's nothing around me bothering me. Shut my phone off and just either read, or my last few records I've written it in the car.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
I feel you.
So I've noticed change of habit, and it's for the good because it's allowing me to learn more. It's allowing me to be more creative, and not just being stuck on the couch all day and stuff like that. I've noticed going to the gym. I literally don't want to go to the gym all the way until I open that door. The minute I open that door to the gym, it's like a light switch goes on. And then I leave the gym and I feel so much better. I feel better physically, but mentally I feel refreshed, because I feel refreshed and I feel accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I did that today. And I find myself going to bed less convicted of didn't do much and I feel more like proud of myself, like, yo, you did a lot today, you accomplished a lot today, and everything you accomplished today was aiming towards the goals that you set for yourself in the future, and you didn't just do things that weren't that didn't hinder the progress of where you had to go. I start to notice that every day. My brother says it all the time. If you give yourself 1% every day, that's closer than you were if you don't give anything.
Right. That's
you
facts.
know what I'm saying? So I've learned that, and like back in the day, I suffered a lot from depression, anxiety, and I would literally not talk to nobody. Lock myself in a house, turn all the lights off, and I would just sit there, smoke my life away. And, and I I don't smoke no more, but I don't hold it against people that do. I don't smoke no more because I idolized it. It was something I look forward to. It was something that I would do because it gave me that feeling of just not doing nothing.
Right.
It gave me that feeling to eat causing bad health causing downfall, which I had to really analyze. You know what I'm saying? So I know people use it for medical reasons. I know people use it for anxiety reasons and stuff like that. And I respect it. I'll never take that away from nobody. But me personally, I had to put it aside because it was something that I would look forward to, and then that would create a domino effect to me not doing anything and to me not to improve my health. So what would happen? I would go to, let's say, I think the worst part of the depression would kick in would be like in the holidays, right? So, I sit for, weeks at a time and just smoking and wasting money and just sitting on the couch depressed, lights off, not wanting to do anything, watching stupidity, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't improving my learning skills or mental health. And then I would go to attend a family gathering, and those are the type of gatherings you can't really get yourself out of, so you have to attend. So now I attend these gatherings and I gotta put a smile on my face, even though I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I feel, I don't like the way my mindset's at, and I gotta put on a smile and not be happy at all. But I have to be happy because of the holidays and because I don't want to display this type of depression to anybody and let anybody into my world to understand what I'm going through. Now, when you flip the script to that and you're doing what you got to do on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up every morning, you read and you go to the gym and you do things around the house, and you watch things that mentally progress your future. Now you walk into these houses like feeling good about yourself, because not only because the way you look, but the way you feel. And family members that sometimes they're not gonna tell you, yo, son, you looking crazy, your son, you get a hair, you know what I mean? So you kind of like have to do that for yourself. And then you feel much better about yourself. It came to a point in my life sometimes where I didn't even care about my son, I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted to sit there and just rock myself to death. You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to get out of that for the last 2-3 years. And sometimes it goes on and off, but I'm at the point now to where God has given me the ability to flick that light switch quick, to realize it and be like, yo, you tripping, you watching too much battle rap. Yo, you tripping, yeah, son, you know what I mean? Like, you tripping, you've been on the couch for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I mean? You ain't do this, you ain't do that. So, and it's a dope feeling. So anybody out there that suffer from depression and suffer from anxiety, like, trust me, I know what you're going through. You know what I mean? I literally walk around with one hip all day. And I force myself not to take that medication because I don't want to be self-dependent on that medication. But I'm able to, me personally, doing my walk with God and stuff like that, I'm able to like pray into the Holy Spirit and allow him to guide me. And some of you don't do that. I respect it. You do what you do. But you got to find that medium to where it's like, you got to find something that motivates you to get up off the couch and keep it moving. Because, sometimes I drive around here and I see people that are 40, 45 in my age bracket, and they're disabled to where, they're missing a leg and the diabetes has taken over them. And all they do is drive around in these medical cars, the hover rounds or whatever you want to call those. And you can see the depression in their face, and you can see that they already gave up on life. They just kind of waiting to just pass. You know what I'm saying? So they get bigger and they get more depressed, and they just sit at home all day on the couch. Like, when I used to clean houses with my ex, I used to walk in the houses to where these people would literally sit in the couch and everything around them, it's trash, and it's trash up to knee high, and it's rodents, and they would just sit in the middle of all of it and just soaking it and basking it, not realizing what's happening around them. And they just sit around and just waiting for the time to where their heart stops and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage some of y'all going through things like that, just please try to talk to somebody, you know what I mean? Be open with somebody and try to allow people to get into your mental and help you get through what you got to get through. You know what I mean? That's kind of the reason why I started Tunnel Vision, man, because I was there. And sometimes I do fall victim to it, you know what I'm saying? But and surrounding yourself with good people is the best way to handle the situation, because those people are not going to be yes men to you. Those people are not going to cater to you. You know what I'm saying? I surround myself with people that be like, yo, we're not going to do that. We're not going to sit on the couch. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be in the dark all day, or you can't be eating that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up. Like, what can I do to help you? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if I got to take time out of my life to help you out and get your mind right, but I need you to get your mind right.
Right. It's important not to have too many yes men around, bro. You need some hype men sometime to get you motivated, but you don't need yes men. You need people who are gonna keep you on your toes.
Yes.
Help you ask the questions you didn't think of asking. So that way you good.
Facts.
And that's the purpose of it. They want to make sure you're good. If somebody gives a fuck, that means they make sure you're good, just like they will make sure they're good.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I thought of Tunnel Vision like 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe 2 years now, it's in motion. You know what I'm saying? And even then, 2 years ago, it was like just me and my cousin. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? Like, once I started my walk and I started walking different, I could tell the people fell off. The yes men slowly fell off from around me.
Yeah.
And the people that, you know what I mean, will seek me because I smoked, or seek me because I sold drugs, or seek me because I did certain things and went certain places, I could see them fall off. And it was tough, because it was family members too, not just friends. It was family members too. You know what I'm saying? And it was tough. Like, yo, God, like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I, like, why do they, you know what I mean? Like, why they gotta remove themselves from my life? Like, what I do to them for them to do that? But fast forward to today, I understand why, because he had to surround me with people that weren't yes men. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surrounded by those type of people, and including some people like yourself who've been around for 20, 30 years, that wasn't that yes man, you know what I'm saying? But gained a closer connection throughout the situation. You know what I'm saying? And he surrounded me with people that are able to check me, and has postured my heart to accept those checks and not take it personally.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We've never been a yes man from the very beginning. I mean,
never,
even
son.
when we were young, we were never that.
Never.
Yeah.
And that's what's dope of our relationship, because even people that we grew up with, you know, I've had fallen outs with, because I don't want to be their yes man, and I don't expect them to be my yes man, but they always take everything as judgmental, as like if I'm going after them, when I'm literally like righteously judging them, because I'm willing to accept the righteous judgment back. I'm willing to accept that. Back in the day, I wasn't able to accept that. It was like a curse out zone. You feel this way? Well, it was kind of like a defense mechanism. Or you talking about me about this? Well, now I'm going to talk to you about that, even though the conversation has nothing to do with what I'm going after them with. It has totally to do with what they checking me for. Yeah. So now I'm able to not only do that and accept it, I'm able to be more open. You know what I mean? Like, you would never catch me talking to the public the way I'm talking right now. I was always closed-minded, and because I always felt like I had to be perfect in the eye of everybody else. Yeah. Maybe that's why I've always been a jokester and a clown, even in school and stuff like that. But sometimes I used to use that mechanism to cover the pain, and use that mechanism of ranking on people and flaming people and being a bully to people, because it made me feel good.
Yeah. Huh? Bully in the sandbox.
Yeah, and you know, most of that was a character, you know what I'm saying? But some of it was a pain that I was hiding, that I would you know, I would love to see somebody else getting ranked on the way I used to rank on myself when I looked myself in the mirror and wasn't pleased with it.
Well, that's why the music was what it was. It was honest.
Exactly. And it's still honest. I still look at previous pictures like, yo, I came from that. and look where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? And I could sit here and complain. You know what I'm saying? Degenerated hip, congestive heart failure, heart attack. I could do all that. But I refuse to, because I know there's so much more to me that I can give and live from, not just for my son, but for those around me that taking a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? And taking their time for me and investing in me still at 42. You know what I'm saying? And not give up on me. And if they can't give up on me, then why would I give up on myself?
Right. That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Some side talk.
I'm just saying. I got you, bro. I
Appreciate you.
Soon you're gonna have your own buttons.
I can't wait, son.
You do realize that, right?
I'm hyped for the buttons, B.
I'm actually gonna set you up so that way when you do these, we have the high quality camera and you have buttons.
I need buttons, B. I need a couple of buttons.
We'll have the button wars once we get that going.
I can't wait, son. I ain't gonna lie, son. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to, heavy, son.
Yeah. No, we're gonna be able to do it once you got the setup, bro. That's gonna be fire, bro.
That's some buttons on niggas, B.
Yeah. So I got one more thing for us.
What we doing?
So I went on Facebook one day. It was a result of a conversation, and I was curious as to all the lyrics from rappers that we enjoyed or that we listened to that made absolutely no fucking sense. So some people responded.
Okay.
Ghost. Hey, yo, this rap is like ZD. Shout out Laws on that one.
It took me. It was hard to figure out what my man was saying. B, keep it a buck, son.
Yeah, said PCP is a hell of a drug. Lil Wayne, all black Maybach. I'm sitting in the asshole.
Pause, man.
Pause.
That's one of the buttons I need, son.
Jason Bodega Johnson, Mr. Fan.
Fan.
Yeah.
He said that one?
Yeah, he said that one.
Man, son, I'm sending black Maybach. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Weezy tripping, son. I don't know what's in that lean, B.
Flight of the Conchords. I'm the hip hopotamus. My lyrics are bottomless. Flight of the Conchords. Okay. I'll put a bomb in your generator. That was hollow. Apparently.
A bomb in your generator.
Shout out Infinite Skills with the alley-oop. Craig Mack. Just like Uniblab, robotic kick and flab.
That's actually what it says?
Yeah, just like Uniblab, robotic kick and flab. Hold on, we're gonna pull this one up. I got to do this. In your ear. Lyrics. This is why I wanted to do this. I want to look up lyrics. Yeah, just like Uniblab, robotic kick and flab. My flavor, bitter batter, chitter chatter, madder than the Mad Hatter. I bet you my shit come out fatter. I got the data to turn your body into antimatter. And just like a piece of sizzling, you fit inside my stomach with the eggs and grits between. The king is what I mean. My man get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Yeah, then it started making more sense after that. Yeah.
He got away with that, son.
Just like Uniblab, robotic kick and flab. My flavor, bitter batter, chitter chatter, madder than the Mad Hatter.
Yo, come on, son.
That's what that is.
Yo.
Oh shit,
I would have never thought.
That was a good one. Shout out Infinite Skills. That was a good one.
Shout out Infinite Skills.
I got a few more. I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions. Dr. Dre with exhibiting Eminem.
I act on what I feel and never deal with emotions.
Emotions are kind of like feelings. I guess that's why it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
It's a little off.
Yeah.
Shout out Corey Sweet for that one. Keith Hernandez, ask me if you're trying to kick knowledge. Now I'm trying to kick the shit that you need to learn, though. Nas on Ether.
Act like you're trying to kick knowledge.
Now I'm trying to kick the shit you need to learn, though. He's not trying to kick knowledge, but he's trying to kick something that you need to learn, which technically is knowledge.
I didn't even think about it like that. Okay.
Then Keith Hernandez Kim, I haven't checked this one out, but we're gonna do it together. He said the whole Lucchini song.
The whole Lucchini,
aka This Is It by Camp Low.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is it. What?
Oh,
Lucchini
man.
pouring from the sky. Let's get rich. What?
Oh, yeah, son.
The jiggy vines, the sugar dimes, can't quit. What? Now pop the cork and steam the Vega and get lit. What? This is it. What?
Pop the cork, steam the Vega. Okay, yeah, I get it.
Introducing the Phantom of the Dark, walk through my heaven. With levitation from reefers, drenching divas in E7. Snowboating with Rugas, flash vines, Belafonte vigor. Escape for what it's worth as we confiscate your figures. Casanova Brown, levitating jiggy in dashikis. A lot of hotter car 54 chasing diamond runners. Headed icebound the bigger chiller diamond convention. Yeah, this
He talking in codes, B.
I get it.
I deciphered some of it, but I couldn't get it all.
Harlem Buck strut, freezing world heist, Hollywood, Madam Butterfly, let me in your house of pleasure. From the knuckle swatch, shadow boxes catch, black-eyed blues. I played the thief, what? Sensations at the Mardi Gras, be screaming Chiba. Fulfilling pleasures in my castles blow the smoke out. The Garcia Vega substitutes when the Dutch is gone. That makes sense. The Garcia Vega substitutes when the Dutch is gone. When he don't have a Dutch, he rolls up a Garcia Vega. I get that.
Yeah.
The Lolo
he started to make sense at the beginning, but then he got to the middle, he threw me off, son.
Then he goes, this is seasoned sauteers, souffleurs for swerving on corners. We magnets to moolah, living with the Charlie's Angels on us. We're smiling, we're sliding. That gets you caught up in the octar or dread for moving. It's like that as we proceed. Yeah, this shit's all over the place, bro. Yeah. I think he's right. I can keep going. This whole thing is crazy. It's hard to read it. Yeah. Shout out Brandon Green on the chat. He says fum.
Shout out bruv in it.
He bruv in it. Fum.
Bruv in it.
He says ZD is the truth.
Have you ever watched that show, Top Boy, son?
I started watching the first episode. I didn't get like past 15 minutes because, listen, it's something about the accent that don't let me take it serious.
Is it the same way with the music?
Yeah, it's something about the accent that just don't let me like.
Yeah.
When they talk tough, I'm just like, I know you're tough. I could see it. Like, but when you talk, I'm just like, I want to give you tea and crumpets.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing with the music. That's why I can't listen to that music.
Yeah, I can't do it. And drill rap was really big for the UK, and it was actually the production was dope.
Yeah, I've watched a few UK battle rappers, and I tried, man. It's just their accent just don't do it for me, son.
But their bars are fire. If they could
their
just
bars are fire. Yes, that's a fact.
Their bars are fire. If they could talk in like a New York accent or even a Florida accent, I don't give a shit. Like something just not that, because I don't know. It don't click.
I get it. Trust me. I respect this all the way. I had to. It took me a bit to get used to it. I gave it 2 episodes and it was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But their slang is different. You know what I mean? Drugs is called food. And there's a few other, you know what I mean? There's a few other, you know what I mean, slangs that it's like, it's different. So it throws you off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's produced by Drake. But yeah, it's all right, I guess.
Shout out Paul Ventilaro, your peeps.
Oh, my man Scuba, son. What up, kid? Been a minute.
Shout out Scuba. He said, I really dislike Eminem. There are lots of bars that don't make sense, but this comes to mind. My mother reproduced like a Komodo dragon and had me on the back of a motorcycle and crashed in the side of a locomotive with rap. I'm loco. I'm going to read that slower. My mother reproduced like a Komodo dragon. I don't know how
Now-
Komodo dragons reproduce. but
Yeah, that's one thing we gotta figure out, because I don't know how they reproduce.
How do Komodo dragons reproduce? Hold on.
Yo,
How
come
do
on.
Komodo? Oh, it comes right up. I guess people were wondering. When a male dragon locates a female, he scratches her back and licks her body. If she licks him back, they mate. Mates also sometimes wrestle one another to earn mating rights. Pregnant females then lay about 30 eggs, which they bury in the earth until they hatch 8 months later. So, okay, so she's popping out kids.
Moms be popping out babies like that, son.
Yeah, so my mother reproduced like a Komodo dragon and had me on the back of a motorcycle. So wait, she popped you out in the back of a motorcycle, bro?
No, she got smashed on the back of a motorcycle, and then
okay. Then crashed in the side of a locomotive with rap. I'm loco. I guess that's where it all just goes left.
In the side of a locomotive, and I went loco. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know about that.
I feel like he was envisioning his mother crashing into the side of a locomotive.
That nigga will say anything to disrespect his mother. Huh?
He would, especially during that time.
Especially during that time, he was going ham on us, son.
But shout out, Paul. At least we learned something today. We learned that Komodo dragons lick each other to figure out if they're going to mate.
And goats are worse, bro. Male goats piss in their face to arouse the female goats, huh?
You guys a golden shower? You like that?
Yeah. And I had a few of them. I had a few goats, but it was hard for me to like interact with them because they were literally pissing their face, huh? And you know what I mean? Like, and I try to wipe it off, and they wasn't with none of that. So every time they would see and aroused by the female, the nigga would literally piss in his face, huh?
Wow.
And that's how he aroused the female to bend over so that they could smash.
Wow.
So I would come out and this nigga's whole face be yellow, son. You know what I'm saying? Are you wildin', son?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Here, take this bitch.
It takes the whole meaning of let me piss on you, son. It takes a whole different turn, son.
Shut up, Brandon. He goes, licking your mate is popping from. You got nothing for it, right? Anyway, those are the lines that make no sense. Shout out to people that gave me some funny lines here. We learned some things.
I'm surprised nobody brought up no RZA lines, B.
Listen, yeah. If y'all got RZA lines, you know what? That's what I'm gonna post next.
Or what's his name? What's that nigga from Griselda's, huh?
Yo, but Leo goes R. Kelly wildin'. That's what the ghosts be doing. They be listening to R. Kelly. That's what it is.
That's probably son.
Oh shit. But yeah, we gotta do RZA. I gotta get the RZA.
We gotta do RZA. We gotta do that nigga from Griselda.
RZA. Hold on. Before we go, I'm gonna try to find one just to give.
And he gotta have them all over the place. I know that nigga didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
What song?
Oh, you killing me.
Let's do Mystery of Chess Boxing.
Oh yeah, he definitely got some jokes in there. That made no sense.
Yeah. You got Expected Deck. I mean, some of the, I think a lot of them were like that though.
Yeah, Capadonna at some point. Ghostface. You got. I was never interested in you got. I don't know what he was talking about, son.
RZA didn't rhyme in that one. It's not showing it. Let's try to protect your neck. Are you serious? Dirty bastard. RZA. Yo, chill with the feedback, Black. We don't need that. It's 10 o'clock, ho. Where the fucks you see that? Feeling mad hostile. Wearing air apostle. Flowing like Christ when I speaks the gospel. Stroll with the holy roll, then attack the globe with the bucket style, the ruckus. 10 times 10 men committing mad sin. Turn the other cheek and I break your fucking chin. Slaying boom bangs like African drums will be coming around the mountain when I come.
Yo, come on.
Crazy flamboyant for the rap enjoyment. My clan increase like black unemployment. Yeah, another one there. G Jika Genius. Take us the fuck out of here. There we go. RZA. Best protect your neck, bro. That was protect your neck.
I never liked the RZA anyway.
He always said some weird shit, bro.
Yeah, nah. And he was always off beats. I don't know who was worse, him or BG.
Yeah, Leo says RZA spits ish that makes no sense. Benny the Butcher is dope though. ODB makes no sense at times. Too much Adderall and alcohol.
Well, we all knew about ODB. Everybody gave that nigga a pass.
Yeah, ODB was wilding, bro.
His son is worse, B.
You remember that we did Ada Bay with his son?
Yep.
His son performed at Ada Bay.
His son is worse. His son is literally he just loves making babies all over the world. He don't care with who.
Oh, is that what he's doing? I haven't paid attention.
That nigga just like to drop nut everywhere, son.
Oh, he got a lot of kids now?
Got a lot of kids, B. He was on that one hip hop show on VH1 when I used to watch it back in the day. And he would literally like with the girl, he would literally invite chicks over, force her to have threesomes, and act like and she was not with it at all, and he was still didn't even care, son. He didn't care.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't see it. I gotta check it out. All right, what we got here? So we opened up with, what was his name again?
Borrero.
Song 321. Shout out to him. That was pretty dope, bro.
He reminds me of what's that one Spanish rapper nigga. He looks just like him, son, just the older version. He got that one record called Santa Claus, which is hard.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's always beefing with everybody, son.
I don't know who you talking about. Are you Googling it?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue too. It's gonna bother me.
They gotta find this shit. And while you're finding that, I'm gonna close out with Vel 9, Rude Bone. New track she got.
Rude Bone?
Vel 9. The song is called Rude Bone. The artist is called Vel 9. We played her before on here. She's the one that had like the real like samurai.
Cocuela, here you go.
Cocuela?
Cocuela, nigga look just like Cocuela, son.
Yeah. Cocuela was dope too. That was another one that but he was more like 2000s.
Yeah, now he just like battle rapping everybody. So he loves diss records. That's all he loves doing, huh?
Yeah. That was
he's a woman beater.
He's a woman beater.
Yeah, that nigga's always in Orlando beating on his. This nigga's always in Orlando in the courtroom, son. He don't stay out the Orlando courtroom.
I don't get it, bro.
I don't get it either.
Anyway.
So this is who again?
Vel 9.
Vel 9.
We played her before.
We played some stuff before, you said.
Yeah, she was the one that had. Remember that video they had with the girl that was like they had like the samurai kind of like layout on the video, the treatment.
Yep.
Yeah. So she got a new video. So we're gonna close out with that one. Don't go nowhere because we still got some shit to pop off about. That. One. Everybody share, like, subscribe. Blackmarket.tv. You already know what time it is.
Let's go.
I'm pulling the lights on them. Sit in the dark while I write songs. Hit with a lick like I swipe on them. They hit when they missing, the hype's gone. Missing my boy with a pipe on him. He said that I stick like a python. Give him the shit with advice on it. I'm really that bitch, not an icon. Yeah, wanna save the hood like me? Pray for good, it's good like he. God is my witness, I'm in the business. And bitches who could like me. Running from the street like whoa. God and gritty, B-type flow. Something to pleasure, a new endeavor, whatever. freak type hoe. Gotta run and my people need funds. Government robbing us each of our right. Teaching my niece how to hold on a gun in case she got an option, she know how to fight. What if you had to face you? Would you recognize a stranger? Learn to unlearn. Burning the earth and still earning and weaponize that danger. Anomaly, oddity, gotta be taught. Bodily prophecy, prodigy walk. Constantly, honestly, modesty, quality over quantity, uncommonly sought. Watch me in my prime, splashing two tones in my vibe. Got a rude bone in my side, so boy, don't rude boy in my time.
Rude bone, feeling like she two-tone.
Got a rude bone by my side, she chew, she
Feeling like she rude bone, feeling like she two-tone.
got a rude bone by my side, she chew, she
Feeling like she
I'm letting the earth burn, I'm praying for spiritual. The imperial, another year letting my birth turn. Yeah, save me a miracle. Can you hear me though? I'ma retreat, let my hurt learn. Speaking the lyrical, the ethereal. One of my moves, gotta cut on my suit. Double times do tweaking and speaking is serial. Who am I in all of this race? What's time in all of this space? My rhyme is all in my face, my body, my crime in all of that case. I preach all that I've done, go ahead and teach all that I've won. But never forget where I come from, drunken and run for police for all that I'm done. Born and raised, can't afford to stay. Tax the rich, want the poor to pay. People need me, I got more to say. Still half evil, need the Lord to pray. Think of my past and thinking of you. My auntie, my hero, still drinking a few. She taught me to knuckle up, buckle. If fuck is up, we still get money and link with the few. Watch me in my prime, splashing two tones in my vibe. Got a rude bone in my side, so boy, don't rude boy in my time. Watch me in my prime, so splashing two tones in my vibe. Got a rude bone in my side, so boy, don't rude boy in my time. Boy in my time.
feeling like she two-tone.
Got a rude bone by my side, she chew, she
Feeling like she rude bone, feeling like she two-tone.
got a rude bone by my side, she chew, she
Feeling like she
Mama like